All right, you guys, what's up? It is JMMA here, and I'm here to tell you guys why Ryan Garcia is being extremely underestimated in his fight versus Gervonta Tank Davis. So, if you don't know, Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis are fighting next month in April in Las Vegas, and this is an extremely big fight in boxing. Seems like we're not gonna get Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, and who knows when we'll get Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. So, this fight right here is the next big thing, especially marketing wise. You have two big boxers who are relatively known within the social media space. Ryan Garcia, a huge following on Instagram and TikTok and things like that. And Gervonta Davis, he's pretty known as well, within the casual fan base. So this is going to bring a lot of eyes onto the sport of boxing in general, not just the fight, but the sport of boxing. So this is a really good fight for the sport of boxing. I know I just went on a whole tangent about the sport of boxing. If you look at Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, that's obvious intangibles that Tank has over Ryan and Ryan has over Tank. Tank has more KOs, Tank has far better opposition, Tank has the power, Tank has a little bit better technique as far as his all-around punches. If you look at Ryan Garcia, he has the left hook, he has the height advantage, he's going to have the size advantage, and he's going to have the reach advantage. And I will say overall Ryan Garcia can box a little bit better than Gervonta.
You won the belt with nobody, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Now let me explain, okay? I feel like skill is skill at the end of the day. For example, right? Gervonta Tank Davis has fought Gamboa, Leo Santa Cruz, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrios, and all these former champions and great contenders within the 130 and 135 pound division. Now, if he was to go fight some average Joe, for example, I don't think I will look at his skill any different in those great fights that he has had in a fight that he's had with the average Joe. I think skill is skill at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying don't completely, just not worry about who they're fighting, because who you fight does matter. But I feel like you can't deny someone's skill. If someone is good, you can't deny that. And we cannot deny that Ryan Garcia, left hook, and his boxing ability in general is great. Now, if you don't know, Ryan Garcia has been under a new trainer, legendary Hall of Fame boxing coach, boxing trainer, Joe Goosen. Ryan Garcia was previously under the Canelo Alvarez camp, the Eddie Reynoso camp. If you don't know, Mr. Eddie has trained people like Oscar Valdez, Andrew Ruiz, and obviously Canelo Alvarez and many other fighters. And he actually had a falling out. Ryan felt like he wasn't getting the proper attention that he needed. He felt like all of the trainers and all of the coaches and all of the resources were going to the 168-pound champion Canelo Alvarez, and rightfully so. But Ryan Garcia felt like he wasn't getting the proper training, he wasn't growing as a fighter, so he went and sought out the next best thing, which was Joe Goosen. And I feel like with Goosen, he has looked better than he has in the past. I mean, he's moving his head a little bit better, not as much. His head movement is still probably his biggest flaw, but he's boxing a little bit better. His defense has gotten a little bit better. He's more patient. He sets up his left hook, with right hands and jabs and the straights. With body shots as well. He's setting things up. It's just not like he's going out, he's just whiffing and throwing a left hook. Now, he does do that sometimes, don't get me wrong. I mean, can't break bad habits, that fast, but looking very good as, his technical ability, I can see it is getting a little bit better. And even his footwork, which is another weakness that he has, is getting better. Gervonta Tank Davis, he broke his hand in that fight, and he was still able to go out there and outbox Isaac Cruz. Now, let's not, forget Isaac Cruz took that fight on 2 weeks notice, and he pretty much neutralized Gervonta Davis's big punch, which is the uppercut. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about that as well. Just as much Ryan uses the left hook, I would say Gervonta Davis uses the uppercut. Now, I'm not saying Gervonta doesn't have other tools, because he does. He has that big right hand. He has power in both hands. Let's not get it confused. He does have power in both hands, but his main go-to punch is that big uppercut. And we saw Isaac Cruz, once you neutralize that, Gervonta Davis, he looks kind of lost. So you can say whatever you're saying about Ryan Garcia with his left hook, you can say about Gervonta Davis with his right uppercut. Before I continue, I just want to say that I'm not trying to be biased for Ryan Garcia or Tank because I actually think this is a great fight. Neither are my favorite fighters, but I really think this is an extremely good fight. But I just feel like it's a lot of bias in this fight. I feel like more people are, Tank fans rather than Ryan fans, and people just don't like Ryan Garcia for whatever reason. And I just feel like, he's getting an unfair advantage in the breakdowns and just the overall hype in this fight. I just feel like, people are trying to underestimating little boy him, and I just don't feel like that should be okay. I do think this is going to be a good fight. I think Ryan, in order for him to win and for order for him to prove people wrong, he's really going to have to go out there and show that he can box. He has good footwork. He has, other tools outside of the left hook, which I think he does. Like I mentioned before, him training with Joe Goosen. Joe Goosen is a very, very good coach. I believe Joe Goosen trained Winky Wright, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, he trained Winky Wright. I could be wrong, but Joe Goosen has trained, extremely great fighters. It's just not like he's just this ragtag coach, and he said Ryan Garcia is a very skilled fighter. So I know Ryan has the tools to go out there. He has the trainer and he has the tools. In this fight right here, where all eyes are going to be on this fight, he has to put it together and show people what he can do. And as for Gervonta Tank Davis, he's coming up on 30. This is a real big fight for him as well. I'm not saying that's like an old thing. I'm just saying he's coming up on 30. This is a real big fight for him as well, because you got to go out there and shut this guy up. You know what I mean? A lot of people are expecting you to win. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I'm not saying Tank is going to cave under the lights, because I don't think he's that type of guy to do that. But if you really, as you get closer and closer to that fight where you got people telling you, hey bro, you're gonna knock him out, you're gonna knock him out, all that pressure, those bright lights, you never know how someone reacts to this magnitude of a fight, because both of these guys, this is going to be their biggest fight of their career. Let's be honest. Both of them, they're undefeated. They're young. They're hungry, and this is gonna be the biggest fight that they've both been in, because it's gonna be the most eyes. Is gonna be the most coverage, and more people are gonna be watching. So whether if Tank has fought 4 champions, 3 champions, 100 champions, none of that is gonna matter now, because the man he is facing is Ryan Garcia, who is just as hungry as him. And you have to not forget about all that, but you kind of have to put that, to the back pedal a little bit, and remember, you can't smell your own shit. That's a saying. That's a gem from JMA. Can't smell your own shit just yet. And same goes for Ryan Garcia. I know they both oozing confidence, but gotta respect, the skill going both ways. That's what I feel like. And I feel like Gervonta, he's more than likely gonna get it done. I actually think it's gonna go to a decision. I don't know. I don't think this fight is gonna end in a knockout. I really do think it's gonna go to full 12 rounds. But through more film study and through more breakdowns that I produce on the channel, we'll see if that prediction changes. All right. But let me know down below in the comment section. Do you think Gervonta Davis has been overrated? Do you think Ryan Garcia has been estimated? Let me know your thoughts about the whole fight in general, the whole aura of this fight. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, join the family, join the gang. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and prosperity. Love y'all. Do something productive with your day. Be near me. It's not productive. See you guys next time. It has been JMA with another video. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.